Well, this is actually quite a cute and cozy setup. I'm quite enjoying it. Sitting here on the sofa in the living room. I've literally got the sofa cushion in front of me that I can just lean on, and I can chat to you guys, and I can finally say hello, Mon Petit, because my goodness me, has it been such a long time since we last caught up. Weeks, in fact. It has been weeks since I picked up the camera to vlog and actually done a vlog video, because there has been a lot of fashion video that has been coming your way, and I think it is safe to say that I officially have my spark back. I am so happy to officially have the spark back when it comes to fashion and styling videos, because I don't know where it went, but the spark died for a little while. I just was not feeling the fashion videos, and I was just really struggling with like what kind of content I wanted to put out and what kind of styling videos I wanted to do. And I recently had a bit of a sit down about a couple of weeks ago actually, and I just thought about, especially for August, what kind of videos I wanted to be putting out there, because I do find that August can be quite a tricky month when it comes to styling, because a lot of people are shouting about autumn. I don't know about you, but I am not ready to start celebrating autumn. I do love autumn styling, but August for me is still very much summer, and especially here in the UK, we have finally had summer. We finally had a lovely heat wave. We've had beautiful sunshine. I've literally spent so much time outside in the garden, and I have been loving it. So I had a little bit of a sit down. I had a little bit of like a brainstorm and a think about what I wanted to do and what kind of content I wanted to be putting out there. And I think it is safe to say I have finally found my spark. And I am so happy to be back with the fashion videos. So moving forward, there is going to be one vlog and one fashion video a week, pretty much consistently, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But just so that you can expect, like, so you know what to expect, Mondays are going to be vlog days and Thursdays are going to be fashion days, because I want to keep some sort of consistency. Sometimes there might be a haul video thrown in there or something a little bit different, but predominantly it will be Monday vlog days and Thursday fashion days, which I kind of love having a bit more of a routine like that. I think it's really lovely. And then it also means that I can kind of be a little bit more chilled out with the vlogs. I can be a little bit slower with the vlogs, because sometimes I would find myself before desperately trying to find things to film and trying to find things to vlog, and it's been quite nice actually taking a little bit of time off, because we do need to have a little bit of a catch up. Actually, there's been a little bit happening. I've been quite busy behind the scenes, and actually we need to have a little bit of a health update and a life update, because this last week has actually been a little bit tough health-wise. Now, you guys may know that I have been someone who's suffered with migraines for a really long time. I've had a little bit of a journey with it, and I have kind of discovered that migraines are mainly linked to a gluten intolerance. I kind of weaned myself back onto it. I've been able to eat gluten for a really long time, but I don't know what has happened in the last week. I have pretty much had a migraine every single day. And oh my gosh, when I tell you that my migraines are debilitating. If you've never had a migraine before, consider yourself so lucky, because they're tough. They're really tough. Like, I find that pretty much the rest of the day and a lot of the next day is like wiped out. You just feel so debilitated from them. And I am someone who suffers from hemiplegic migraines. It's what I always struggle to say. I always want to say hemiplegic, but it's not. It's hemiplegic migraines, which is a form of migraine which is a little bit more severe and a little bit more serious than the normal ones, which basically results in eyesight loss. I can't see. Basically, I either lose sight in like one eye, I'll lose like partial vision, or that's it, vision loss, not eye loss, vision loss. I will suffer with either one eye or the other eye, or a couple of times in the last week, I suffered complete vision loss, which is really scary, because it basically means you go completely blind. You can't see a thing, so it means you can't move, you can't drive, you can't go anywhere. Like, I have to rely on Alex completely to look after me. It also sometimes means for me that I'll go paralytic in half of my body. So like a lot of the time I'll just like completely lose feeling, and I'll completely lose like motion and like movement in my right arm. And it often just means that you are completely wiped. And I'll always call afterwards the migraine hangover. The next day, oh my gosh, the migraine hangover is so severe. Like, you literally feel like you have been hit by a bus. You feel so hungover. You feel like you've done 20 shots of tequila the night before. Like, you feel so rough. So I basically had a week of just, for some unknown reason, every single day. And it wasn't as if it was like a consistent, like, I had them at 2 o'clock every day. I had them at 10 o'clock. Like there was no consistent timing. I'd have them at different times. Sometimes I'd have been outside. Sometimes I'd have been at my laptop. Sometimes I've been doing admin. I don't know what it was. So been to the doctor, been giving new medication. We're going to see how we go. But it does mean that I've had a bit of a week where it's just been a bit odd, where I have been busy with work, but a lot of the week has kind of been wiped out and spent on this sofa, recovering, resting, sleeping from the migraines. But hopefully it's been a few days and I don't seem to have had another one. So fingers crossed we're on the mend. Fingers crossed it was just a little blip, an unexplained blip that we have no idea why it happened, but hopefully it won't happen again. But we have reverted back to giving up gluten as well. Alex has been so sweet. He's been making some really, really lovely meals. In fact, I'm so excited for dinner tonight because he made this amazing, like, Spanish rice is the best way to describe it. It's kind of like a paella, but it's not really a paella. It's just got like chicken and charrito. I'm so excited for that tonight. So we've got that for dinner tonight. So it should be really, really lovely. And we're just gonna try and like eat a lot less gluten, just kind of cut it out a little bit. So if I do have gluten, it will usually be like alternatives, so gluten-free pasta, gluten-free bread, gluten-free wraps, things like that. So hopefully we're on the mend. But yeah, it's been a weird week, and it's also been weird not vlogging actually. I always miss you guys when I take a little bit of time off of vlogging, but it's nice to be back, and I feel like it's just going to be a nice, chill, quiet week. I just want to kind of like ease back into things. I'm a little bit busy with work, but I'm not hugely busy. So hopefully I can take a little bit of time for myself. It is one of the hardest things actually being self-employed, is even on weeks when like you're not actually busy. I don't know if anyone else finds this who's self-employed, but you kind of make yourself busy because you just can't switch off. When you love your job, you just can't switch off. You're always thinking about it. You're always like doing things. It's like so much that with regards to this job, I can just do on my phone. So even if we're just like sitting watching telly, I always think, oh, well, I may as well reply to Instagram comments because I hate not replying. And I think, oh, let's have like a little look at some new in pieces. Like, oh, I know that this has been out of stock for a while. Let me just quickly check if it's come back in stock and then I can share it on my stories. Like, so much of this job is just like on your phone, so you end up just like thinking about it, you end up just like doing loads of things. So I need to try and be a bit stricter with myself as well this week, having a little bit less screen time. Hopefully that will help as well. But yeah, it feels nice to be back, nice to have a little bit of a catch up. Let me know how you've been, let me know what you've been up to. I always love having a little chat in the comments, and it's going to be a lovely chilled weekly vlog. I know we've been having a little bit of hair chat recently, and I've just had a new delivery which I feel like has come in perfect timing because I know I can't help but comment on my hair at the moment. I feel like, you know, when your just hair is a little bit different to how you're used to it, like maybe you're growing it out a little bit or you've cut it and you're just not quite sure how to style it. I know I keep talking about it at the moment, but it's because I'm just struggling a little bit with regards to the style, and you guys have been so helpful with regards to maybe like layering it, with regards to getting like some advice, and I'm really unsure whether I do cut layers in because I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing. I'm growing it out for a particular hairstyle for my sister's wedding, and I'm not sure if I want to keep it long or if I'm going to go straight back to short. I'm not entirely sure, but it's very nice to have some new deliveries around hair, which I think are going to really, really help with regards to my hair's texture and kind of especially the heaviness of it. So this is from Viviscal, which I'm really, really excited about. We have some really lovely thickening shampoo, and I am someone who, I think I've mentioned this before, but I actually have very thin hair, but it's very, very heavy, and especially when it gets a little bit longer, it starts to really weigh down. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a little bit of a try. It has in it biotin and keratin. Keratin is supposed to be amazing with regards to thickening and kind of strengthening your hair. So I'm really looking forward to trying that. So we've got the thickening shampoo and the strengthening conditioner with biotin and keratin. So it says here that it strengthens and reduces breakage for fuller, healthier looking hair. As my hair's getting longer, I am noticing that I am experiencing a little bit more breakage. So hopefully they're going to really, really help. They've also really kindly sent over a few other extra bits. So we have the healthy hair vitamins. So this includes biotin and zinc to support the maintenance of normal hair growth. So that sounds absolutely amazing. I think they're just daily tablets, which I'll be able to add into my routine super, super seamlessly. And then the thickening hair serum Again, with biotin and keratin. It says an instant strand coating, lightweight serum for thicker, fuller looking hair. So I'm guessing this is something that you apply just before you style it. So I'm gonna have to give that a go, and hopefully that will help with regards to just the kind of like maintenance and with regards to like the styling of it at the moment. Well, whilst I'm in this kind of weird in-between stage, not really sure how I'm wanting to style it, not really sure how I'm wanting to kind of like deal with it going forward. Hopefully this will help just with regards to the current maintenance of it. So some really lovely gifts from this girl. Oh my goodness me. This could not have come in better timing. Speaking of very kind beauty deliveries, I have just received something that I've been wanting to try for such a long time, and I feel like this is just the perfect sign that I need to have a bit of an early evening. I need to get my makeup off, close my laptop, put my phone away, and have a bit of a no screens evening, because I have just received the Current Body LED mask. And this is something that you have probably seen all over YouTube, Instagram. You have seen every influencer and their dog talking about, and I have been wanting to try this for such a long time, and I'm not going to lie to you, I just have not taken the plunge because it is very expensive beauty treatment. It's a very expensive item to add into your routine. I feel like it would be a great gift if you know someone's maybe getting married, or if like someone's birthday's coming up. I feel like this would be an amazing present to give one of your girlfriends, anyone that loves their beauty treatments, that loves their like glowy, fresh skin, because this is supposed to be amazing at that kind of like skin rejuvenation, but it is obviously a big investment. And it's actually so sweet why they sent this over, because somebody on Instagram, I think it was maybe Lily Pebbles, or it could have been the Anna Edit. It might have been the Anna Edit, did an ad with Current Body. She posted about the LED mask and how it's kind of like working within her routine. And I commented on the reel saying, oh my goodness, I've been wanting to try this for such a long time. And Current Body actually saw my comment, got in touch, and said that they would love to send me a mask to try, which I honestly could not believe. It's so kind of them to have sent over. And actually, now that I'm mentioning that, I think they might have also said that they were going to give you guys a discount code. Let me have a look. They've given a 10% discount code if you want to shop anything at Current Body. So not necessarily just the mask, but if you use the code PetiteElliee, all in caps lock, and with one E at the end. I feel like brands do this a lot. They don't quite realize that PetiteElliee is spelled with two E's at the end. They either do one of two ways. They don't realize it has two E's at the end, or because it has two E's at the end, they think my name is Ellie, like with two E's. They think that's just how you spell my name, which is hilarious. It's not how you spell my name. My name's Ellie with one E. The two E's is purely for the Instagram like handle. So PetiteElliee with one E for 10% off at Current Body. I'll leave a link down below if you do want to check out any of the other gadgets, because you don't have to just go for like the super high-end, super investment piece. They do have some more affordable pieces on their website, but I've heard amazing things about the LED light mask. And every time I've had a facial, they've always used light therapy. It's something that fascinates me so much, because it's actually something that was developed by NASA, which I think is just incredible that the beauty industry has adopted it. So red light therapy is basically a way of almost like tricking your skin cells into thinking that they've been attacked. They've not been damaged in any way, shape or form, but it basically forces them to produce red blood cells and to produce new cells to almost like rejuvenate your skin. So it's an amazing way at giving you like a really deep and rich almost rejuvenation with your skin. So I think this is a real sign, the fact that this has just arrived, that I need to go and get my makeup off. I need to unwind for the evening, put my phone away, close my laptop, and give myself a little pamper with my new LED mask. And I'm gonna be able to give you guys like a real true testament of how this works, because my skin, it's not been horrendous recently, but it definitely can be improved. I feel like it can definitely be improved in terms of the glow, can definitely be improved in terms of the blemishes. I've got like a few blemishes still and a little bit of scar, and I always find that my skin scars so badly if ever I get bad blemishes. So it's gonna be a real test of how this works, because they've sent it over with no obligation. Like, I don't need to rave about it, I don't need to tell you guys about it. I could have just carried on and kept this in my collection, but I'm excited to let you know about it because it is such an investment piece. And as I said, I feel like it would be a great gift. It would be a real treat for anyone's birthday or anything like that, but I want to make sure that it is really worth the hype. So we're gonna get our makeup off, we're gonna get into comfies, and we're gonna have a lovely chilled pamper evening. makeup is off and I'm feeling very fresh faced. I have applied a serum because I was reading through the instructions whilst waiting for it to charge, so I want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm doing, that I'm doing it correctly, and it does say to apply a serum before using the mask. So the Hannibal Lecter mask is ready to go. She's been charged up and she is good to go. And how hilarious does this look? It's kind of terrifying, I'm not gonna lie to you. You can see where the lights come out on the inside. I am so intrigued as to how this is going to go. It does say in the instructions that if you find the lights too bright, there are eye protectors, but I've seen a lot of girls using this on YouTube and on Instagram and nobody seems to use them. So I'm hoping I won't need them. I think because I'm not staring at a screen, I'm reading my book, I shouldn't need them. I think it should be okay to read my book. I'm currently reading The Paris Secret by Karen Swan. I am absolutely loving it. I am a fair of the way through, like I'm quite far through. I feel like I'm making good progress. I know that it's very upsetting that I fold pages down. So many of you have said to me, please get a bookmark, but I don't know, I'm the kind of person that I love for a book to look loved. I love when a book looks read. There's nothing I love more than like a secondhand book that's been like drawn in and like scribbled in and the page has been folded down and the spine has been cracked. I love that. I think it's so lovely. Books are meant to be read. So I'm very much enjoying that at the moment. So I'm going to read this for 10 minutes. It does have a timer setting on it. So it literally turns itself off after 10 minutes, which I think is so handy because it means you don't need to keep track of the time. Like you don't need to think about it at all. And it's just the perfect amount of time for like a 10-minute reset, read a chapter of your book, just unwind, relax. You could maybe play some music, you could maybe watch a YouTube video. To be fair, I feel like a video like this is the perfect thing to watch whilst you are doing your LED mask. So I'm really excited to give it a bit of a test run. Oh my gosh, I cannot take myself seriously wearing this mask. This is absolutely hilarious, but kind of the most fun thing I think I've ever tried. So that's the 10-minute timer started. I'm gonna read a little chapter of my book and have a lovely relaxing pamper session with my new mask. I love it. This is absolutely hilarious. Good morning everyone. My goodness me, is it early? I've got a very croaky voice. I'm still waking myself up. I've still got my very tired eyes. It's not even 7 AM yet, but I wanted to do a little bit of a morning check-in. I'm not gonna lie, it's making me very sad in the mornings that I'm really starting to notice the shift towards autumn. In fact, when the alarm went off this morning at 5:30, it was not light. Like, wasn't even starting to get light. It was officially pitch black at 5:30 in the morning, which makes me so sad because it means I need to rely on my Lumi light. I don't get to wake up to like natural sunshine. It's the worst thing about autumn, winter. I always really struggle with the dark mornings. Thank goodness for the Lumi light. I don't know what I would do without it, but it's still very early and I wanted to check in just to do a bit of a skin check-in after using the LED mask yesterday. I loved using it actually. It was really fun. It does make your eyes go a little bit funny, I won't lie, but I did feel like my skin was just a little bit plumper, a little bit refreshed, like a bit rejuvenated, I think is the first. A bit rejuvenated, I think that's the best way to describe it. And I know it's only been one use, so I'm not going to, what's the phrase? I'm not going to count my chickens before they lay their eggs. I'm not going to count my eggs for the chickens. Something about chickens and something about eggs. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and say that this is the best thing ever. It's going to be really interesting to see what it's like in terms of the long-term benefits. Like I think I mentioned, I do still have a little bit of scarring around my chin, so it's going to be really interesting to see how the scarring is kind of like, what's the word, like almost fizzled away by the LED mask. My brain is not working, but anyway, I need to go downstairs, make myself a cup of tea and start waking up for the day. But I wanted to check in, see how the skin is doing. Fresh skin at first thing in the morning. First impressions, I am really happy with the mask. I think it's going to become quite the staple in my beauty routine. Well, looking a little bit more awake now. I am not joking when I say I literally rolled out of bed this morning and just stumbled into my dressing room, slapped on a little bit of skincare and picked up the camera. So it really was like a true first impression of how my skin was looking, and I have to say I'm really impressed. I know I've only used it once and it might be placebo, but I do feel like my skin is already looking a little bit rejuvenated, and it's really nice to see how it looks with a bit of makeup on as well. I do feel like my makeup was slightly easier to apply this morning. Like I didn't really feel like I needed to put a huge amount on, and my skin just looks really glowy. So first impressions are very good of the LED mask. I'm so excited to see how it's going to add into my routine long term, how it's going to have those like long-term benefits, and how it's going to basically transform my skin. But I have a rather large unboxing to do, considering that we've had quite a bit of time off from unboxings and vloggings and showing you what's new in. So I thought that we could sit down today and do a big old unboxing, quite like an OG YouTube old-fashioned unboxing. I feel like we've not done one of these in such a long time, and I have a lot to go through with you, so let's jump into it. I'm not gonna lie, we have quite the mixture of lifestyle, beauty, fashion. It really does feel like such an OG unboxing. I'm gonna start with a lovely delivery from Ditty. The founder actually got in touch with me and it was so sweet. She said she'd been following me for a little while and wanted to send me a new organizer. Now Ditty do some really lovely like bag organizers and kind of like travel cases, which I was really excited about. So it says here, thank you for your order. Here is your new organizer bag, designed and made with love in Britain. Each pattern is hand painted and printed onto our 100% cotton bags. Traditionally, a Ditty bag was used by sailors. I did not know that. It was used by sailors to keep their most important belongings safe, so wherever they went, they had a piece of home with them. We love this, and we created our own unique version, especially for your travels. Whether you organize individual outfits in your suitcase or keep your socks together, it's up to you. We hope you love your organizer as much as we do, and we can't wait to see where it takes you. Adventure awaits. That is so lovely, and it's just wrapped so beautifully. Oh my goodness me, I cannot wait to see which ones they've sent over. Oh, she said she was going to send me a couple of different patterns, and this I think is the most me design I have ever seen. Can you see the gorgeous little ditzy floral print? That is beautiful. It's got this like really lovely like yellowy, almost like buttermilk yellow background with these little green florals, and I absolutely love this. And you know, I think these are so handy when you are traveling. We've got a little overnight stay booked for later on in the month, and I'm so excited for it. But I always find when I do overnight stays, I always end up getting mixed up with like dirty washing versus like spare underwear, and I just get home and end up just chucking everything in the wash, which is such a waste. So this is also going to be handy to have as like laundry bags, or to keep outfits in, like if you want to kind of like plan individual outfits. I think that's such a good idea. And this one is also beautiful. If you're going away on holiday, I feel like this is like real Grecian vibes. I love this. Again, beautiful florals. The like blue floral detail is just absolutely gorgeous, and I love the fact that you've got the little Ditty logo there. So these are such great little organizers. Oh my goodness me, I absolutely love it. Love the fact that they are completely cotton. They are so lightweight, and obviously they fold up so tiny and like take up no room in your bag. So the perfect piece to take with you if you've been looking for some gorgeous new organizers. I will leave those linked down below. Next up, a new delivery from Philip Kingsley. I love the Philip Kingsley hair mask. They are some of my favorite hair masks, and I've been hair masking a little bit more recently. I find in the summer my hair gets a little bit drier and I need to kind of like maintain it a little bit more. So this is the new deep conditioning treatment, the Elasticizer Therapies Sicilian Lemon and Bergamot. That literally is going to make me feel like I need a holiday to Italy. I love bergamot as well. I always find bergamot such a like calming scent, and I love the packaging of this. Oh my gosh, that is delicious. I literally want to eat that. That is absolutely incredible. And again, if you're having a little bit of a pamper evening, the perfect thing just to chuck in your hair for 10 minutes. I feel like this is something that I just really want to do, is have like a bit more of like a routine with regards to my pampering. So if I am going to use the LED light mask, I can literally use the hair mask, chuck that in my hair, do a 10-minute LED mask, and then maybe jump in the shower and wash the hair mask off. And it's just like a really lovely way of giving yourself a little bit more of a routine and being a bit stricter with yourself, of actually scheduling in the time to give yourself a pamper. Next up, we have a PR parcel from Maybelline, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not shopped Maybelline products in such a long time. It's a brand that I feel like has kind of fallen off my radar a little bit, but we have here, oh my gosh, Ellie's Icons. That is so, so lovely. So I'm guessing these are some of the best sellers and some of the absolute iconic products that Maybelline do. Oh my gosh, I definitely recognize this, the Instant Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. I used to love this when I was younger. It's actually such a good concealer. They sent me shade 1. That definitely looks like the right shade for me. So we've got the concealer, we've got the lip plump, oh my gosh, the Max Lip Tint in Chili Pepper. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to cope with that. That is absolutely insane. That's in quite a like dark, almost like berry color. I feel like that's going to be a really, really lovely shade going into autumn. We have a couple of lip liners. This looks like such an autumnal like berry color, and I love the fact that you twist this up. I don't like lip liners that you have to sharpen. We do have a couple here which look like we need to sharpen, which again look like very autumnal colors. I feel like all the beauty brands are going to be really thinking about those autumnal tones, those like deeper, richer colors as we head into the colder months, which I know a lot of us don't want to be talking about right now, but it is inevitable. Autumn is on the way. We then have a couple of mascaras here. So first of all, we've got the Firework mascara, and then also the Sky High mascara, which I'll be interested to see what these are like. I'm very much enjoying like a bit of a fuller lash at the moment. And then some of the Sunkissed, Sunkisser blushes. Ooh, these look really, really lovely. Like a little bit more of like a peachy, kind of pinky tone. And then lastly, we have the Lifter Gloss Hyaluronic Acid Lip Gloss. Very, very exciting. So some lovely deliveries from Maybelline. I'm not gonna lie, I have been so excited for this parcel to arrive. I've been tracking the shipping because I have been on the hunt for some new gym gear, specifically some new leggings, because I feel like I have quite a few tops. I've got some like good sports bras, but leggings are something I always struggle with. And Lovell is a brand that I discovered maybe a couple of years ago in the winter time. It was their fleece line leggings that I discovered at Lovell, and oh my gosh, I just fell in love. And I realized they do some beautiful gym gear as well. So I picked up a few new pairs of gym leggings. I basically picked up 3 different sizes, or like 3 different lengths for the different workouts that I do and like the different routines. So one of the workouts I always love doing is my spin class, and I have been on the hunt for a new pair of cycle shorts, and I have never been able to find a really lovely pair of cycle shorts, but these feel so unbelievably soft. Before now, I'm not gonna lie, I would always just wear like a full length pair of leggings to my spin class, but oh my gosh, if ever you've done a spin class, you will know it is the sweatiest workout you will ever do. So I've been on the hunt for like a beautiful pair of cycle shorts that are obviously a little bit shorter but will still give you that like protection, because as a girl who's got big thighs, let me tell you, I cannot wear a pair of itty bitty little shorts on a bike. I need something that's going to give me that like protection. I love the fact that they're really high-waisted as well. Like they feel like they're going to come literally right up to my rib cage, which is exactly what I want. I then picked up a pair of cropped leggings from Lovell. Now this for me is more of like a run legging, so I do love doing my runs as well, and I very much like that kind of like 3/4 length, like comes down to your mid calf, because I like it to be a little bit more full length than the cycle shorts, but I don't always like a full length, especially in the summer. Now these I believe are the lightweight leggings. They are honestly the softest thing I think I've ever felt. They don't feel as gym weary. They feel a little bit more kind of like leisure wear, everyday wear, which I really like. So it just makes them a little bit more wearable. Again, they are super high-waisted, which I really like. And I love the fact that they've got this like really thick waistband, because it just makes me feel so much more secure that they're not actually going anywhere. And then I also picked them up in more of a full length. Now this is still not like full length. This is a like 7/8 cropped length, which I just find so much more flattering and so much easier to style. It means that you don't get as much like bunching at the bottom. It's not as much like excess material. And again, I think these are just going to be so perfect in terms of like leisure wear and a bit more everyday wear. Again, thinking about autumn winter, thinking about the current season and where we are going into, I live and die in leggings in autumn winter, just paired with like knits or shirts and knee-high boots. I absolutely love them, and these feel like really lovely and thick and durable, so I think these are going to be such a great addition into my collection. I think they're going to be so well worn in the coming seasons. We then have a very lovely delivery from Holland Barrett, filled with some really lovely skincare top-ups, some lovely health bits. So let's go through what we have in here. To start with, Salt of the Earth, a natural deodorant. Oh my god, this sounds amazing. It's vanilla and lavender. Oh my goodness, that sounds absolutely incredible. I might actually keep this in my gym bag. It is a spray though, and I don't really like using a spray. Oh, I can smell that from here. That smells incredible. I've never really been one to try natural deodorants. Let me know if you've tried them before and if you get on well with them, because I'm slightly hesitant. Especially in the summer, I'm quite a sweaty person, but I'm excited to give it a try. We then have the Weleda Skin Food. I have heard some amazing things about this. Weleda is a brand that I know a lot of people are talking about at the moment. So this is the ultra light dry oil, fast absorbing moisturizing care for body and face. So if you're someone who gets out the shower and you don't enjoy moisturizing, I think this is going to be such a great one to give a go. Oh my gosh, you can like see the oil sitting in there. This sounds absolutely incredible. Again, I feel like this would be a perfect one to like put in your gym bag if you're like me and you've been like doing a lot of swimming, like you're going to the gym a lot and you just need to like quickly get yourself ready afterwards, just to give your skin a little hit of hydration, a little hit of moisturization, so you don't have to like stand in the changing rooms waiting for your skin to dry. This sounds amazing. We then have a couple of bits from the Holland & Barrett Beauty range. These are both from the Pro Vitamin range. So we've got a vitamin E moisturizer and then a vitamin C serum. This is the vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, and I've been on the hunt for a new hyaluronic acid, so I'm really excited to add that into my routine and give that a go. This is very exciting. This is something that is so unnecessary in your skincare routine, I'm not going to lie to you, but so lovely. It's one of my favorite steps in my skincare routine. This is a hydrating mist toner. I love using a toner, and a mist toner, especially in summertime, is just the most refreshing thing. The perfect last step of your cleanse in your skincare routine. Oh my goodness me, I cannot wait to try this. This is from Sukin and it is a rose hydrating mist toner. So oh my gosh, my two favorite things, a mist toner and rose scented. I can't wait to try this. They've then very kindly sent over some vitamins as well. This is the VitaBoost Energy vitamins. It has niacin and it contributes to normal energy yielding metabolism. That might actually help with regards to migraines, especially if they are gluten related, so that's really exciting. They've also sent over a new sun cream. This is the Nivea Protect and Moisturize in SPF 30. I might give this to Alex actually, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm an SPF 50 kind of girl. I burn so easily. I need like the most protection. And lastly, something that is so unbelievably unglamorous but such a necessity if you are going away on holiday, a bug spray. This is the Incognito bug spray. It is an insect repellent, DEET free, for ages 6 months plus. Amazing. Oh, we are having a little bit of a pink moment this morning. She's feeling the pinky vibes. I've got quite an intense blush on today, which I have carried on onto my eyes. I love doing like a matchy blush and eyelid moment, and I've got my new shirt on from Phase 8. You would have seen this in my last weekly vlog, potentially, when I did my little Phase 8 haul, and I have to say I think this is my favorite item from the haul, but it is still stiff. You know when you get a new shirt and you need it to like loosen, I almost need to like scrunch it up a little bit in my hands, because I love it when a shirt's like a little bit looser, a little bit more undone. I'll always kind of like roll up the sleeves and just kind of let it sit a little bit more casually. I must admit, if I worked in an office, I would literally live and die in shirts like this, just like a really lovely loose oversized shirt paired with linen trousers, cigarette trousers, wide leg trousers. It's just so easy and comfy, and especially on a day like today when I've got a day full of meetings. So I want to look smart, I want to look professional, I want to look business boss lady chic, but still be really comfortable. So this is the perfect little outfit for today, and I've gone for a little bit of like a raspberry pink lip. I actually used this morning the Maybelline lip liner that I unboxed yesterday. This is in the shade Almond Rose, and when I unboxed it yesterday I thought it looked really dark. I was like, oh, that's quite a dark like berry tone, but I would actually say it's like a perfect raspberry color. If you're like me, if you've got a similar skin tone to me, raspberry lips look incredible. It just kind of gives you like a little bit more depth, and I think at this time of year when it's coming to the end of summer, and especially as we go a little bit further into autumn, a raspberry lip is just my absolute favorite, and it works really well with a bit more of like a pinky toned look. I absolutely love it. So I used this morning and I'm obsessed. Also love the fact that, as I said yesterday, you don't need to sharpen it, you just twist it up, which just saves so much hassle. I feel like it's 2024, I don't want to be sharpening my lip liners, because I don't know about you, but I always end up getting like splinters and things like that from lip liners that have like wood on them that you've got to sharpen. Not a vibe. I love ones that you can twist. So I used that this morning, and I paired it with one of my favorite lip products. I'm going to call it a lip product, so I don't really know if it's a lip balm or if it's a lipstick. It's kind of somewhere in between. It's the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the hyaluronic acid lip something lip balm. Potentially it's called the lip balm, but it's in the shade Pillow Talk, and it's so much deeper and darker than like the normal Pillow Talk shade. I absolutely love this. And again, I don't know why I keep thinking about office attire, but I guess it's because I've got a day of meetings today. But on a day like today, when I've got a lot of meetings, if I was going to the office, I feel like this would just be my everyday lip product, because you just dab it a little bit on your lips. You don't need to like swipe because it's quite an intense color, and it lasts all day. It feels as nourishing and as hydrating as a lip balm, but it lasts as long as a lipstick. So I absolutely love it. So on days whenever I've got meetings, if ever I'm in London, if I know I'm going to be doing a lot of talking and eating and drinking, and usually my lipstick would completely come off by the end of the day, I'll use this because it's a really lovely colour, really lovely tone that still feels nice on your lips as well. So just been getting myself ready for today. Please excuse my hair. I'm on day 3 here, and I really can't be bothered to wash it because I have my spin class tonight, so I didn't really feel like there was any point in washing it before my spin class, because I get so sweaty at my spin classes, and I'll be able to give my new cycle shorts a spin, pun intended, tonight. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. But I don't know if you can see, I've got a couple of pieces hanging behind me. I did a little order with Karen Millen, and I have to say, these are probably more transitional, autumnal-ish pieces. I know it's still very early to be talking about autumn, and I don't want to do the typical influencer faux pas where in the middle of summer you start talking about autumn. I feel like influencers always do this, where you'll be like bang in the middle of a season, like slap bang in the middle of a season, and they'll start talking about the next season. But I think it's because the fashion brands kind of force us to do this. Like, I've seen a lot of autumn pieces that have started kind of trickling onto the high street, so I've added a couple of pieces into my wardrobe. So let me show you what I've been picking up, because I am so in love. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this first dress is actually quite different to how I expected it to be. It looks quite different in real life as to how it does on the website, mainly because I feel like you don't see this sheen on the website. I thought it was going to be a little bit more kind of like cotton-esque. I thought it was going to be much more like a shirt dress material. So I'm going to be interested to try this on and see how it styles up, because the style of it and the shape and cut I think is absolutely beautiful. One thing that I do feel like Karen Millen does really, really well is those really beautiful, like elegant, classic shapes. Knit-in waists, like beautiful kind of like hippie dresses. I absolutely love them. When I say hippie dress, I mean like a dress that comes out beautifully around like your feminine shape, not like a hippie dippy dress. I mean like a beautifully shaped, styled dress. So I'm going to be interested to see how this styles up, because actually this could be a great office attire. I keep thinking about office wear today. I really don't know why, but I think it's because I'm planning on spending literally the vast majority of today in my Nancy Meyers office on my laptop. This could be beautiful if you work in an office, if you want something a little bit more elevated. For me, it would probably be more of like a meetings dress with like beautiful slingbacks, ballet pumps, things like that, and it would be a perfect dress to transition me into the cooler months. I feel like this is such a like end of summer, early autumn dress. So let's try it on and see what we think. Oh my goodness me, the shape of this dress is absolutely stunning. I kind of feel like I've come straight out of the 50s. I always love a 50s silhouette, that really cinched in waist with a beautiful full skirt. The length is beautiful as well. I picked both of these dresses up from the petite section, so I knew they would fit really nicely in length. It means that the torso actually fits really, really well. And I love the fact that the sleeves are a little bit cropped. It's mainly just the material that I'm still unsure about. It just looks a lot more formal than I thought it was going to. So I don't know if I can get away with wearing this for like office attire, if it looks even more elevated than that. I'm not entirely sure, so let me know what you think of the dress. Comment down below, is it a keep or is it a return? And the other dress is something that I've seen Karen Millen has been bringing out in quite a few different kind of variations and colorways and styles. It's this really beautiful shaped dress with this stunning kind of nipped in waist, this like leather detailing to the waist. I think it just looks absolutely incredible. And again, for like meeting days in London, for days in the office when you just want to be a little bit more elevated, you want to look very boss lady chic, I thought this could be absolutely beautiful. Now I'm not gonna lie, this is another one that does actually look quite different in real life to how it looks on the website. On the website it's much more of like a navy blue, whereas now that it's arrived it almost looks like a denim blue, like a periwinkle blue. So again, let's try it on, let's style it up, let's see what we think. But especially when it comes to like beautiful elevated, like really chic dresses, I feel like Karen Millen, they always just kill the game. They always have so many gorgeous dresses on their website. Well, if the first dress was a 50s inspired silhouette, I would say that this is very 60s in the silhouette. I'm so in love with the shape of this. I mean, look at the way it cinches in your waist. I love the slit as well, coming up the middle. I think it's really, really elegant, and it just means it's a little bit easier to walk in. Again, the length is gorgeous, and I've just paired it with a little slider because I just wanted to casual it down a little bit, make it a little bit more office attire. But you could go for heels, you could go for ballet flats, slingbacks. I feel like there's so many different options, but oh my gosh, the way that the belt just cinches in the waist, I think this is such a gorgeous, really elevated office wear dress. I am so in love with it. I also picked up some new shoes from Karen Millen, which I am so in love with. I feel like Karen Millen do so many gorgeous pieces of footwear, whether that's heels, flats, but if there is one particular piece of footwear that I am just obsessed with at the moment, and I feel like it's changed the game for me, especially as a shorter girl, giving me the confidence to not wear heels. I feel like women in general, we have so much pressure to wear heels, but especially as a shorter girl, it's so funny. Whenever I go to like influencer events or like industry events, people are always so surprised at my height. Like the main comment I always get is like, oh wow, you really are short. I'm like, yes, PetiteElliee is not ironic, but being a shorter girl, I find that the comment is usually, oh wow, you're really short. And you're not even wearing heels? Like they seem to always be really surprised that I kind of have, I don't want to say the confidence to not wear heels. It's almost like the balls to not wear heels and like just to accept my height. And I do find that being short, it can be really, really difficult because everyone else towers above you, but I really don't like wearing heels, just personally as a preference, but also because of medical reasons. I feel like there's been a lot of health updates in this video, and a lot of you will probably know this already, but I basically have early onset arthritis in my knee. It's really fun. It's something that came about from an old injury that has turned into pre-arthritic knee, and it's something that I have to basically maintain. I basically have to keep on top of. So like whenever I'm exercising, if ever I'm like running or anything like that, I have to be super careful with it. I can't do any like high impact, like, so I can't do, I don't know, I couldn't do like jumping or anything like that. It came about from a netball injury, and I know for a fact I can never ever play netball again, which is really sad. So that's why I do my spin class, that's why I swim, that's why I run, because those are kind of more low impact on my knee, and I have to have regular steroid injections into it, which really hurt. They're not fun. So obviously I don't want to be doing anything extra that's going to aggravate it, that's going to kind of like speed up the arthritis in it. It's not something I really want to do. So I'm now always on the hunt to find beautiful flat shoes that I can wear that still look just as elevated as heels. And I saw these on Karen Millen. I fell in love. Now they do a heeled version, so I'll leave linked down below, but I picked up the flat version of these beautiful little slingbacks with the little bow. How gorgeous are these? They're a beautiful black kind of satin with the white bow, and I feel like these are just the most elevated piece of footwear that will literally, it's the epitome of nobody's gonna know. How will they know that you're not wearing heels? You look elevated, you look like you've put a lot of effort into it, you look like you're wearing an evening shoe, and that's what I absolutely love, because I've been really wanting to add like a beautiful pair of elevated flat shoes into my wardrobe for evening wear, influencer events, dinners, parties, things like that. I feel like these are just going to be my most reached for shoe. I mean, how beautiful are they? I could not be more in love. I've just come downstairs to make myself some lunch, and you guys know it is my favorite thing in the world to harvest lunch from the kitchen garden, to pick my lettuce, my spinach, and I have a new update to show you. I am so excited. We have mange tout ready to harvest. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Finally my mange tout is ready. It feels like it has been growing for literally decades. I mean, it's been weeks, but it feels like decades. I've been desperate to harvest it, to try to have some for my lunch, and we finally have a few mange tout ready to be picked and ready to be harvested. Okay, it might not be the biggest harvest in the world, but at least it's something. We've got 4 little mange tout, what would you call them, mange tout pods, mange tout beans, which I'm so excited about. Look at them. I feel like 4 is the perfect amount. It's a very decent lunch portion. We still have more growing on the stems, so hopefully I'll be able to eat them throughout the rest of August. But look at the size of some of them, like on my hand. It is honestly just huge. I'm so excited to have these for my lunch. There is honestly nothing better than harvesting your own veg, harvesting your own produce from your kitchen garden. It just provides me with so much joy. Right, meetings are done for the day. I've just closed my laptop and said goodbye to the working day, and I need to get myself ready for my spin class. I need to get my makeup off because I don't know about about you, but I cannot work out in makeup. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. So I need to get my makeup off, give myself a quick little cleanse before my class, and I'm gonna give my hair a bit of a pamper. It's become a bit of a routine for me every week at my spin class is to give my hair a real good oil. And I've got a new oil actually, which I have not opened yet. This is the Olaplex number 7 oil, and I know so many girls that absolutely rave about this. It says that it boosts shine and it strengthens and repairs all hair types. And I would definitely say I've got a little bit of breakage in my hair at the moment. I don't know if it's because I colour it, I don't know if it's because it's a little bit longer, if I'm styling it a little bit more, but I'm going to basically soak my hair in this hair oil, and then I just leave it for, you know, a couple of hours whilst I'm at my spin class, wash it off in the evening, and my hair just feels so rejuvenated. So I'm excited to try this one because Olaplex is a brand that I know so many girls absolutely rave about. So give my hair a really lovely pamper whilst I'm working out. And just like that, she is spin ready. I've got the gorgeous new cycling shorts on from Lovell. I am absolutely obsessed with them. Look how high-waisted they are. They are honestly almost up to my rib cage, which is exactly what you want. There's nothing worse than a pair of shorts that kind of like stop at your belly button, because as you're hunched over the bike, they like fold in and they like crease and they're just so uncomfortable. So I love how high-waisted they are. They are honestly the softest thing I have ever felt. I love them so much. I've just paired them with my favorite little jumper. This is always the jumper that I wear to and from cycling, and then I just whip it off when the class actually starts. It's from 6 Stories and it says on the back, wifey. I love it so much. It's absolutely adorable. And then I've also just oiled my hair, which honestly feels so soft. I'm kind of in love with the Olaplex. It smells amazing as well. So hopefully that's going to work its magic whilst I'm getting my fitness in. I've also just taken my makeup off, and I do feel like my skin is still glowing from the LED mask. I might do another one at some point this week. I'm hoping to try and do like maybe 2 a week, I think will be the kind of like optimum amount. But I am ready for the class. The sun is coming out for a lovely evening spin. Not that I would know, because the class is very dark inside. We always have like the strobe lights, the loud music. It honestly feels like a nightclub in there. It's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I'm ready for my class, ready to go and get my sweat on. So I think I'm going to leave this vlog here with that lovely image of me going and getting very sweaty at my spin class. But I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the new in pieces. Huge unboxing from yesterday, a couple of new bits from Caramelon, and a big old life update, a big old catch up. It feels really good to be back into the weekly vlog. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got to the end, comment spin down below in your comments so I know you got to the end of the video, and I will see you in my next one. Oh, Thursday as well. Thursday's video is the one that I am most excited about going live. I think it's one of my favourite fashion videos I've ever filmed. So make sure you are here Thursday at 5 PM for that, and I will see you there. Bye.